So piriformis is a muscle that a lot of massage therapists are familiar with treating. It can be a very finicky muscle, very small little sliver of muscle in the back of the hip there that can cause big problems when it gets tight and clamps down on the sciatic nerve, can create pain down the leg, even to the back of the foot. So a lot of massage therapists are very familiar with treating the muscle, but the only problem with treating the muscle with massage is we can really, when working through the glutes, we can only access the very belly of the muscle. It's hard to access the trochanteric attachment or the sacral attachment. The sacral attachment we can't work at all because it's deep to the sacrum. It's on the front side of the sacrum, so our fingers can't really work through bone, so we have to find other ways to go about it. To stretch the femoral aspect of the piriformis, we're going to have her reach her knee toward her right shoulder, and that's the first part of the stretch. The second part is we're then cranking the foot down toward the floor to create external rotation. Back to neutral, and we'll reach into that again. Now, this is the part of most of my seminars where people ask me, well, wait a minute, the piriformis is an external rotator, so why do we go into external rotation in order to stretch the piriformis? The reason is because the piriformis is actually an external rotator by default. If it was to attach less than an inch lower, it would actually be an internal rotator. So when we come across into adduction, the best way to stretch that femoral aspect of the femur is to come across into adduction and flexion, and then to externally rotate the hip, and that stretches that femoral aspect. So we'll do just a few more of these to make sure that's good and loose, and then we'll work to stretch the sacral aspect. Sacral aspect, like I said, attaches to the front of the sacrum, so there's no way to reach it with digital or manual pressure, so we've got to stretch it if we want to access that portion of the muscle. In order to access that portion of the muscle, we're just going to have her reach her knee toward her bottom of the rib cage. Much like a glute maximus stretch, only a little lower than what we would do for the glute maximus. So she's going right toward the bottom of the rib cage. And by being able to have these two stretches available to us, we can work both the trochanteric aspect and the sacral aspect and get the entire muscle working and moving better. Thank you.